What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Rewind, the show where myself and RN run down the hot topics in professional wrestling from the latest week. We are your hosts. My name is Kyle Tyson.
I am RN, a.k.a. Mr. 8984. What's good, y'all?
Hot damn, we nailed an intro, RN. Yes, smooth intro for The Rewind. Holy shit, everybody.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because we normally have a good show after we fuck it up.
Oh, trust me, I already know there's a bunch of botches coming here. I know my family's about to come home any minute, so I'm definitely going to have a wife and two kids storm in here because my broke butt can't put a lock on my door for whatever reason. And now this will be the last episode because you can't top that intro, Bama says. Thank you, Bama. Probably will be the last one. You guys, we got some cool stuff to talk about this week. We got Ring of Honor officially closing its doors for now, apparently. Jeff Hardy was fired. Me and RN will give our update on that. It's been 20 years since Jericho beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night to become WWE's first undisputed champion. I'll give an update on our pinned tweet about the 4 pillars of WWE. We saw the debut of Hook in AEW. It's been reported that Triple H will never wrestle again. And lastly, has NXT written off Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano? Before we get into any of that, RN, did you know that people can support this show?
Absolutely.
Where can they support the show, RN?
Patreon/SmackRawPod, I believe. Did I get it right?
You know what? When I have someone else do it, I don't even know. No. Patreon.com/SmackRawPodcast.
Podcast, okay.
PayPal.me/SmackRawPod.
I know it was one of always. You would think after 2 years I'd fucking remember how to make people pay us.
Speaking of which, it's the 12th of the month. I got to chase you and Bama around for some money here soon.
I'll shoot it to you on Tuesday.
Sweet deal. Oh, man, behind the scenes stuff you all get to see.
Yep.
Oh, man. So, really quick thing. If you notice that I'm looking at like an odd angle away from the camera, because the last couple of weeks I've had my second monitor here. I came home last night and it crapped the bed, man. It just stopped working. This is the second one that I've had. I'm gonna go on air and tell you guys right now, if you're on Amazon looking for an inexpensive gaming monitor, do not get the lapel. Do not get this garbage. I bought a used one and it had the same issue, so I sent it back. They sent me a new one, and that thing didn't even last a year before it broke down. They're gonna send me another one, and like an idiot, I'm gonna use it until I can afford a better monitor. Yeah, do not use the lapel gaming monitor on Amazon. It is a piece of garbage. Oh, and so yeah, until like for now, if you want to see this, let me see. I'm probably gonna fuck my shit up. Hold up. This is my setup for now. It's so ridiculous, man. I had to go in my guest room. If you guys are watching, if you listen to the audio version, you got to check out YouTube, at least for this part. I had to go in my guest room and grab the TV from there. So I have this giant 42-inch old-ass television that I'm using currently. And yeah, it's so obnoxious. It's so obnoxious. And speaking of obnoxious, RN, you screwed up the camera.
Oh, yeah, you got to cut off my second personality. I don't know why. I got to figure something. I don't know what to do with this, bro. Like, it's been pissing me I got this new laptop specifically for the show. Better quality and everything. And it's been shit the entire fucking time.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, so you'll catch me looking at this giant freaking television right next to my head. Oh, man.
You can kind of see it now because how you move the camera, you can kind of see how fucking huge it is.
Oh, how do you like the Macho Man over here that I got going on? Macho Man in space.
I don't know how I feel about him stepping on the Black Panther, but other than that,
Jess, being a perv, she was like, "You need to put your light on the floor," and I was like, "Why?" And then I put the light down there, and I was like, "Oh, because it freaking lights up his crotch." I was like, "Jessica, get the fuck out of here, man! Like, get out of my room."
That setup is fire though, with the pictures and shit and everything. That's pretty dope.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I've been getting addicted to the pro wrestling tees. Every time they come out with the hand painted posters, I've been buying them. It pisses me off because they have the throwback series, which I have Macho Man up here, and then Roddy Piper. They did Bret Hart, and I didn't get the message for like 45 minutes, and so by the time I finally got the message, the son bitches have already sold out.
How much did they go for?
They're like after like shipping and shit, it's like $40. It doesn't cost much.
Hell no.
But they're all limited. They only make about like 200 or so of them.
That's legit.
Yeah, it's one of my addictions here. Man, let's talk about some wrestling, RN.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's start off with clip of the week here, just because it's gonna lead us right into Ring of Honor. So what we have here is the clip of the week, which is gonna be, I believe, it's John Gresham, right? Forgive me, you're more familiar with him.
It's Jonathan, but I think it's Jonathan Gresham, but I think it goes by either way. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, Jonathan Gresham. Ring of Honor, they did the final battle, and he ended up winning the main event and is the new and final Ring of Honor championship. Here's the clip. He's celebrating. You got all the wrestlers outside celebrating, screaming. Big moment. Yeah, it's still right. I got about. If anybody that doesn't know, Martin, I can't see it. So we just be in silence. Yeah, that was it, man. That was it.
To me, like, I love it, but it's bullshit. He should have been the champ a long time ago. There. I mean,
you've always spoke highly of him.
What it is? Well, he won the Pure Championship, and he kind of turned that into a thing, and it became the world title for Ring of Honor, because how much he elevated him and his group was the foundation. It's him, Tracy Hot Sauce Williams, Rhett Titus, and Jay Lethal.
Okay. You were saying when AEW signed Lethal, you would have preferred Gresham, right?
Yeah, because he's younger and has more potential. And not that Lethal isn't like fucking dope, which we all saw his first match, but I just think you had a better upside with Gresham.
Yeah, and he's got that technical style. I've heard of people saying like a dream matchup would be like him and Zack Sabre Jr.
Him and Daniel Bryan is my dream match.
Oh hell yeah, man! Any like classic.
If you actually watch his matches, that's really who he reminds me of. Like it's almost it's kind of creepy sometimes. Some of the stuff that he does, how it looks like, especially earlier Daniel Bryan before he was in WWE. Like he's legit. He's probably my favorite male wrestler right now.
Yeah. Okay, I told you I was gonna be ambushed.
Oh yeah.
Come on over here, big guy. Get it out of the way. That's why I left my door open. Say hi.
What's good, man? Hi.
All right, go on out there and shut my door. Okay, I'll be out when I'm done. I'm like terrified because I have so many cables right here that he's just gonna pull everything down. All right, cool. Later, bud.
Good time.
All right. Hey, that went smoother than I thought.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So with Ring of Honor here, like we said, it's being reported that they're at least closing their doors for a while. It's unfortunate. The pandemic. Ring of Honor was fantastic. They didn't release wrestlers while everything was shut down. They paid everybody, even if they weren't even able to do the show, they still got paid. They did. Ring of Honor really led the charge in how to do your talent right.
Right.
Oftentimes people point at Ring of Honor as a way to take a shot at WWE because WWE did it pretty much the opposite. They
cut everybody.
cut everybody. This year, not as bad, I will say that. But last year, when they cut everybody while everything was shut down and there was nowhere to go to find work,
Right.
that was god awful, man. That was such a terrible move by WWE. But yeah, so here on Google, if you look at it, it says October 27th, Ring of Honor announced it would go on a hiatus
Till April, I think.
Yeah, after Final Battle until April. All personnel would be released from their contracts as part plans to reimagine the company as a fan-focused product. I think this just means that they no longer can afford contracts, and they're probably just going to do shows sporadically like any other indie promotion.
And it's not even so much that they can't afford it. Like, I just don't think they have the right people behind it on the production side. Because clearly, wrestling-wise, and whoever's signing these guys, like, and developing them, they're doing awesome. But just the presentation of the product, never being able to find it at home, and Sinclair is like one of the fucking biggest media conglomerates in the country, and they can never find it a steady home or a steady time slot. Just like all the things that made AEW stand out for being a new company, like Ring of Honor never figured out how to like grasp or to move forward with. Like, yeah, because it's not like they're just some like wrestler-owned like mom and pop shop they're trying to keep going. Like, they're owned by a pretty damn big company. Like, and they've been putting money behind it. Like you said, they took care of their wrestlers during the shutdown and everything and all that. So it's like they love the company, and you can tell they don't want to let it go, but bottom line is bottom line. So, I mean, that was dope, too, that they let everybody out of their contracts, no stupid-ass 90-day thing like WWE does and all of that. So,
yeah, I mean,
which is why Jay Lethal turned up on AEW so fast.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty much almost immediately after the announcement, which, let's see here, because they announced it on October 27th.
Right.
How fast did Jay Lethal appear?
It had to have been that next week.
It felt like it really was, right? Yeah, it was 3 weeks ago. So I mean, Jesus, that's like mid-November.
Like
so yeah,
like
you're talking 1, 2, like, yeah, like I think it was the following week he appeared on, what was the pay-per-view? It was what was it? All Out? What was the pay-per-view we just had in AEW?
I don't know. I think it was All Out.
Yeah, and then it was the following week he had the match with Sammy Guevara. So yeah, man. I mean, hopefully they'll bounce back. I mean, there's a lot of people that love it. You saw all the former talent. AEW. You saw video packages from like Brian Danielson, excuse me, CM Punk, all of them wishing it well. I'm sure there's got to be some fandom that'll keep it around, but yeah, it's a huge blow.
Yeah, well, because you got to think not just AEW, but WWE too. Like, a good portion of their top talent started in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, big name. Yeah,
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, there was a ton of people that reached out. Of course, WWE wrestlers they weren't able to send video clips. Right. Which, I mean, I didn't really care about. I saw some people on Twitter, like, using that as a take shot at him. I was like, dude, they publicly supported him. Like, so what that they weren't part of, like, the broadcast? It's not a huge deal. They still went out and publicly supported them.
Well, it's in their fucking contract they couldn't be part of the broadcast. Yeah. Like, it wasn't that they couldn't. Like, they legally couldn't.
It probably just wasn't, like, a huge priority. Honestly, I'll even go out on a limb here and say, like, if it was really that important for them to have done it, Vince probably would have approved it if it was like, seriously requested. Like, just because of how many guys they got, you know? But I don't think it was a big deal. Another thing that is kind of a big deal. So it turns out we may have been wrong last week speculating that Jeff Hardy was sick. Turns out all signs point to he was inebriated. What we were hoping he wasn't, because I believe Thursday it was announced that Jeff Hardy had been fired. He'd been released from his contract, and then further reports came out that WWE offered to give for rehab. He refused, and that is probably what led to the firing. Now, none of this has been confirmed from WWE themselves. This is being reported via Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp. But yeah, not looking good, man.
Well, my thing, I'm gonna wait, but if it turns out to be that, it's definitely gonna be a topic on Mute RN. Because if it turns out to be that, this cocksucker's got way too many fucking chances over and over again just to squander them away. After he just got that Stone Cold, what the hell is the Stone Cold shit? I always forget what they're called.
Broken Skull Sessions.
Yeah, the Broken Skull Sessions. They were clearly setting him up for a run for one of the titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he was positioning.
He was in the Survivor Series match, and even though it's been months and months and months of terrible booking of Jeff Hardy, he was the most over guy in the match. In the Survivor Series match.
Maybe it wasn't really terrible booking. Maybe it was they knew these things were going on and were trying to give him a chance to fucking fix it. So that's why he wasn't positioned right.
It's so hard to speak on because we can do nothing but speculate.
Right. That's why I said, like, I'm not going to flame out on it. I'm going to wait till we get some actual confirmation, even though him being released pretty much was the confirmation. So,
yeah.
Like I said, addiction, all that is a disease, and I understand it. But also, too, you have to fix yourself. And if you have someone putting you in a position to help yourself and you turn it down, I don't really have any sympathy for you after that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Did you see about this, like, Hannibal guy? Who is like, I guess, like a deathmatch wrestler or something, but apparently there's been a lot of like fuss about this dude. He's been like super unsafe, and a clip just came out where he like repeatedly stabbed a fucking ref.
What?
Busted him open. Like, here, I'll send you the link, and I'm gonna throw up my Twitter feed on the show real quick so we can show the viewers. I've been seeing a little bit of rumblings about this. Sorry, this is kind of like breaking here on the show. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm on the wrong Twitter handle. Let me go over to my personal one. There we go. God dang. Yeah, I saw this clip. And I wasn't sure what to think of it, but I have been seeing a lot of like people saying like, dude, this guy's like unsafe. Don't sign him. Like people are putting out there like, do not sign this guy. Like, stop booking this man because I'm sending it to our group chat right now.
Oh, okay. And
then I'm going to throw it up on the feed for any viewers watching the live stream or on YouTube. Send direct message. All of a sudden I forget how to use Twitter. There we go. Hi. My kids are waving good night to me. Good night, boys. Good night. Yeah, look at this dude. He got messed up. Okay, so now window capture. Here we go. Nope, got a cat in here.
Damn, we fucked him up.
Yeah, so this tweet reads, for anybody not like listening to the show and not watching it, from @Justice8908 says, "Hey Hannibal, the Hannibal TV, you can block me on Facebook, but I'm assuming he means it won't stop me from sharing what you did to a referee. We put our bodies on the line for this business. You took advantage of that on someone not trained to defend themselves. Get the word out. Get him out of our business."
Yes.
Let me see. I'm going to do a quick search of Hannibal really quick. See what people are saying about this guy. See what's going on here.
He doesn't really have much shit on his page, just sharing like YouTube links and shit.
Justin Hall says this is what happens when someone has no business being in the ring. Plus, to attack a ref and stab him is wrong. They aren't trained in that way. You're a disgrace. You should be banned from working for any promotion. Straight coward shit, dude. You did some bullshit to a man that not only trusts you with his body, was not capable of defending himself. Get out of the business. Yeah, man. This don't sound like it's like an angle. Um, this sounds like legitimate. Um,
Yeah, that sounds like he's like, fuck you, dude.
yeah, and look, there's even speaking out movements on this guy. Yeah, he sounds like he's a real piece of work over here. Damn, man.
I don't see anything like him actually posting anything or saying anything.
No. Now,
Or
like I
saying,
said, I briefly saw a clip. Um, I'm not sure if I can find it because I saw it the other day. Like he mounted on the back of a ref who was down, stomach down, and started stabbing his head. I kind of like I kind of go in and out whether I can like stomach death matches and stuff.
right.
And at the time I was getting queasy. I was like, no, I can't watch this. Hold on. Okay, this is gonna be super unprofessional, folks. If you give me just 1 second, I'm just gonna mute my mic. Sorry, I just had to yell at my wife. Get the let the cat out. Okay, so let me pull my Twitter feed off here before like I scroll across some like porn or something. Um, yeah, man, real piece of work.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Okay, so back to Jeff Hardy. Bama says, just confirmed WWE has not released an official statement on Jeff. I guess they want this out of sight, out of mind, and since he refused to help, while wishing him on future endeavors. Yeah, they probably don't want to announce something like this right now. They probably don't. Whether it be to protect their own assets or they're looking out for Jeff. Because I will say one thing. I don't think it's I got to get a new computer chair too, by the way. It just slowly sinks. I will say one thing. I saw, a ton of people supporting him. A ton of people were quick to jump on him. What I focused on was how did his peers react?
Right.
And if you look, there was a huge outpouring of support from WWE wrestlers. So if this was a slip up, I imagine he has been doing good, at least good enough to get in the good graces of his peers, because we saw they're not shy. We saw what look at Jackson Riker.
Mm-hmm.
His peers didn't hesitate talk shit about him. They either talk shit or they wouldn't say nothing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bummer.
But again, that's also with him having goodwill. Then I just go back to what I say about the chances and shit that he gets. Like, he's clearly a good person that people enjoy working with, enjoy being around. So sometimes that kind of hinders you when you have a disease like this because people don't want to give you the real. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to leave you out to dry because you are a good person and they like you. When really, you know what I'm saying, your choices are affecting them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I take all that with a grain of salt too as well, because you can be a good drug addict if that makes sense.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. What's his name? What's that troll? Oh, he's not really a troll. He's that outspoken podcast guy. He's like, what is it, like New York J or something like that?
That's exactly what I thought you were gonna say when you started saying it. Yeah, it's like New York J or something. I don't know. I think I blocked him.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I did see one thing. A lot of people I'm trying to find this. So he went on record and trying to see if I can load up like the soundbite if I find it. He went on record and accused Jeff Hardy of faking it as a clever way of getting released. This madman.
He just says shit to get people popping. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we say about like Cornette. Get the soundbite that gets everybody worked up.
At least Cornette's have some sort of basis in his actual beliefs on how the wrestling business should go. This dude just be saying some off the wall shit. Like, why would you fake having another relapse and turning down rehab just to get fired?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I will say one thing. Like I said, we know nothing. We know absolutely nothing. In the back of my head, I was thinking maybe there was a little bit of intentional like refusal of help. Like
Right.
maybe there was a hint of like he saw a way out, like if he refused it.
See, I don't even think it was that. I think that maybe he just didn't think he has the problem that he used to have. Because he even said it on the Broken Skull.
Very well could be. Very well could be.
He said it. He said, I drink a little bit occasionally. Like, I don't do anything else. But then he also talked about how the drugs and stuff affected his creativity and it kind of went hand in hand with it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I'm like, I don't think it was fake at all. I mean, he pretty much told us everything. Like, from what it sounded like to me, and especially if it is that he was drunk, it just seems like he replaced the hard shit for alcohol, which is what a lot of addicts do. They replace one thing with another, thinking it'll be better, and it ends up being just as bad for you. So,
yeah, it's hard to say because, like I said, at the end of the day, we really don't know. Anything. We're just speculating. I will say this: I think it's fair to say that we wish him the best. We wish that he's healthy and stuff, and yeah, we're not gonna jump on that wagon of like, oh, I can't wait to see him in AEW and all that other stuff for people.
Can't wait to see him get healthy and kick his habit. That's what I can't wait for.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second again. You know what? Fuck it. I'll leave the mic on. Jess, get this cat out of here.
Fucking fire.
It's tearing up my green screen. I'm about to fucking text this chick. Hold on.
So anyway, yeah, we're not gonna pull the negative card, even though you guys know how I feel about Jeff Hardy. But like I said, I have a lot of family. I have a couple family members, close family members that passed away from addiction. So like I know what it means. And as like I said, wrestling is one thing, a character is one thing, but like someone's real life and how this affects families and shit like that hits super close to home. So even I can hold off my piss and vinegar. Something like that. No,
exactly. And if he was truly intoxicated out there, I will say someone needs to be held accountable. Because what didn't we get that? Didn't something happen like that with Alicia Fox? Like she went out, was intoxicated.
Yeah, it was. But with no one, I don't think that was ever really confirmed. I think that was just like kind of one of the things that was floating. I couldn't remember or not, but I think it happened the same way. She went out there, had a bad night, and then it was released.
Yeah, who was that? Because I want to say maybe was it Pat Patterson? Like a producer got fired.
I don't know. I can remember.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, that all sounds pretty fucking accurate, but
Arn Anderson. That's who it was. It was Arn Anderson. Was the one who took the fall for that. So apparently Alicia Fox went out to a house show, was inebriated, and since Arn Anderson was the guy, I think he was like a producer or he was in some form of a leadership role at the house show. It's actually what got him canned from WWE, man. Yeah, so I'm not saying like go fire somebody, but there are people that are supposed to be looking out for shit like that. Make sure you don't
which I'm sure is probably a little bit lax on a house show, especially a fucking house show in Poughkeepsie or some shit like that. I'm sure it's probably not as many eyes or not as many people around like it would be like at a Raw or SmackDown. So
yeah, until your inebriated wrestler abandons the match and tries to leave through the audience. It is pretty relaxed until something like that happens.
Right. And that's my thing too. Another thing, if he was that, like going through the crowd, that could have ended up badly in so many different ways. Him fucking up a fan fucking him up. Like there was just like all of this is just a little too much and a little too, like I said, but again, it goes back to like, I'm trying not to shit on him and trying not to be mean and say the shit I really want to say because I know he is ill. Yeah. But it just goes back to this guy. Like, think of all the guys that have not gotten second chances and never been brought back and all that. How many times has this dude been brought back to the company?
Yeah, man. I know. It's crazy.
I was going to say, not even me. I'm not even going. I'm not even talking about pulling the race card either. I'm talking about just other wrestlers in general. Like, look at Enzo, case in point. Hottest guy hottest guy on Raw, and he got accused and then was exonerated and found to be completely innocent, and still nothing, no apology, no bring him back, anything. Like,
no, sometimes they're just looking for a reason, bro.
Exactly.
Sometimes they just need a reason. That's all. Let's shift gears, man. It's been so on December 9th, we celebrated 20 years since Chris Jericho beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night. I remember watching this match.
Right.
I remember leading up to it. Dude, Jericho didn't have a
senior
chance.
Year. Huh? Yeah, I think this is the summer after my senior year or the summer before. Was it 2001, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my senior year.
Because this year made 20 years, so yeah, 01.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, man. And you know what?
Who did The Rock beat? Did The Rock beat Booker T? Was it Rock, Booker T, and then Stone Cold and Austin, or was it the other way around?
So it was The Rock was the WCW champion.
Right.
And Stone Cold was the WWF champion. And they were unifying it, and Jericho got in the match. I probably should have done a little bit more research.
No, I think it was two separate matches. I think it was like a tournament style thing.
I thought it was a triple threat.
Am I thinking of something?
No, this could be, dude. This very well could be the Mandela effect. Hold on one second. This is the Mandela effect. But here we go.
I could have swore it was Booker T. It was Rock versus Booker T.
Oh shit! Hold on. Oh my god.
See, I told you anytime we nail the fucking intro.
Oh yeah.
Off the rails.
Here we go. No. So I have the WWE clip here.
Yeah, it was. Am I tripping?
No, yeah, you have Chris Jericho out here facing Stone Cold. Vince comes out.
Yeah, it had to be
there
two
goes
separate
Stone Cold
matches.
laying out Vince. There it is. Stone Cold puts Chris Jericho on the walls of Jericho. He's tapping, but there's no ref. Booker T debuts. That's right.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
I knew Booker T was involved somehow.
Yeah, Booker T. This was the debut of Booker T. Yeah, he smashes Stone Cold, with the belt. Vince throws the ref back in there. Chris Jericho pins Stone Cold. Let me see here. On the 15th anniversary, unified WWE, WCW.
I'm telling you, it was two matches, bro. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it must have been two matches.
Because look, how could he beat both of them at the same in the same night if it was one match?
Well, I just thought it was worded funny.
Yeah. No, because I was thinking. I think I saw somebody else. I'm like, yeah, I'm almost positive it was two. Rock went against somebody. Jericho and Austin went against each other, and then the Rock and Jericho met at the end of the night.
Okay, so
I know I'm not
Stone Cold versus Chris Jericho.
Where's Bam at? Where's Bam or TC at? Ain't none of them around.
They're not in here. Yeah, they're not in here anymore. Damn. I'm trying to. Let me see. Chris Jericho wins WWF Undisputed Championship. Defeated The Rock and Stone. Here's pro. I'm gonna have to read this. He says, yeah, I already saw like a word tournament. So yeah, December 9th, 2001. Vengeance was the pay-per-view. It was a 4-man tournament. You're right. And it was. Yeah, the winner would be the first ever Undisputed. So that night, Chris Jericho not only won the Undisputed Championship, but he also beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night. Yep, that's what it was. If you don't believe it, ask Chris Jericho himself. Yeah, so, yeah, he, who the hell did Stone Cold beat then? Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Yeah, so it must have been Stone Cold beat Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho beat The Rock. And then they met in the finals, and Chris Jericho beat Stone Cold too.
I knew it was a 4-way, but I don't know. I remember Booker T as well, so that's why I was thinking like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, dude, just my stupid brain with a terrible memory. It's a wonder how I didn't come in last place on Chris D's Quiz My Ass trivia show that he brought me on.
Yeah.
I don't know how I skated through that junk. It's crazy, man, because you would have thought back then, like, Chris Jericho had a following. He was good on the mic.
Right.
But by no means did you think he was on the same level of Stone Cold and The Rock. And now here we are 20 years later, calling him one of the greatest of all time. You know,
Right.
it's nuts, man. It's nuts, man. Happy 20 years, Chris. Apparently, he was sick in Scotland or something, but he just got released from the hospital. He's okay. Oh shit, man. I guess transitioning from that. Did you hear about Triple H?
No, I didn't. I heard somebody talking about it. I was like scanning through Twitter, but I didn't really like look at it and read what's going on.
So I was watching I want to say Wrestle Talk this morning, and it was reported. Now, once again, nothing official. I want to say it's speculated because of his health condition. Apparently, it was like super bad. Who was it quoted? Someone was quoted. It's probably Dave Meltzer reporting it.
Probably.
I'm just trying to figure out who it was that said it. Triple H had to undergo surgery back in September due to a cardiac event. He was expected to make a full recovery. Now the Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting that Triple H is yet to return to his behind-the-scenes role, and that an in-ring return is unlikely. He says, I wouldn't expect Triple H to ever wrestle again. Although it is possible he may do like one retirement match if he feels the need to leave on his own terms, and doctors will clear him. But that's not likely to be for a long time, and he hasn't returned to behind-the-scenes work yet. Yeah, because, he can't even probably work out or do anything.
That's what I'm saying, especially the type of workouts, heavy fucking weightlifting and shit, bodybuilder shit that he does.
Yeah. Who was his last match against? Was it Batista?
I'm not the trivia guy. I don't
know.
Even though it's Triple H and I love him, I think man, was it Batista?
It was. I saw
when he came out. Him and Steph came out on the big ass giant fucking motorcycle, whatever, on the back.
Okay, so you're saying his last WWE match was non-televised. It was June 29th, tour of Japan. He teamed up with Nakamura and took on Robert Roode and Samoa Joe. But yeah, a couple months earlier, he wrestled Batista at WrestleMania 35. Okay, so yeah, that was Batista. Who would you like to see as his retirement match, if he could have one more?
I'd say there's Shawn Michaels or Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins would be an interesting one, yeah, because the whole protege.
Right.
They did that already, though. I think I would do. I think I'd do Randy Orton.
Or I keep forgetting. I always forget about Randy's and Evolution and all that. Like that would be a good one. I was trying to think of like somebody that's like close to him and like any type of runs he had. I think me personally, no, I'm sticking with Seth because, like you said, they spent what 4 years in the authority shit with J&J Security and all that.
Yeah, you had Evolution, the Authority. Their careers always circled each other.
Right. I don't think that's a coincidence either. So like, it wouldn't surprise me if that was who it ended up being.
Bama's saying his last match was he lost to Randy Orton in Saudi Arabia. What?
I'm not gonna argue with Bama.
Yeah. When did that happen?
Was that the year that they got stuck on the runway? They wouldn't let him leave.
Yeah, but he's wrestled since then.
That was only a couple years ago.
Randy Orton defeated Triple H Super Showdown in Saudi. When was this? This was June 9th, 2019. Want to say.
That's what I told you. That was only a couple years ago.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it was, man. Yeah, because Orton kicked out of a pedigree, and he hit him with an RKO. Okay, so yeah, damn. All right, so yeah, Randy Orton would have been his last match. I gotta stop going with the very first thing I see on Google. I trust the very first link that pops up. And they also had a street fight during the Thunderdome era. Yeah, I'd rather try not to remember anything from the Thunderdome. God, I see stuff from the Thunderdome and I just like get chills. I'm not good chills either. I'm like, God, I hated that so much. That was such a rough part. And you and I were doing the recap format too. So effing taking notes and actually talking about those shows. Like, oh God.
The only thing good that came out of that is, to me, is Seth Rollins with the Monday Night Messiah shit.
Yeah, a couple people rose to the occasion, but overall, it was just it was so hard to watch.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So Triple H, I hope he gets better soon. It's weird. He's been, it's been so quiet, but I'm happy that reports are coming out that he's fine. Because remember the last time, someone went really quiet about going to the hospital. Unfortunately, we lost Brody Lee, seemingly out of nowhere, man.
I can honestly say that'll be probably the first wrestler I cry about. Not like ugly cry, but I'll probably shed a tear whenever Triple H, God forbid, anything happens to him. He's been my favorite wrestler probably since the 90s. Like his slot match with fucking Henry O. Godwin. Like I literally can remember almost every part of that match still to this day.
The slot match.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's my brother's favorite wrestler too. My brother,
really?
Yeah, my brother Kurt, man, he loves Triple H, man. Yeah, I really wasn't into him that much as a kid. I very much liked Stone Cold and The Rock, and then by the time Jeff Hardy came around, Jeff was just my favorite wrestler.
I mean, I'm a dick. I've always liked heels, like even as a kid. Like I said, like that was Triple H was my favorite wrestler as the Blue Blood. I'm a black kid from the city. No, I don't even know what the fuck a Blue Blood was. I thought he was a pirate or something. I didn't know because how he dressed and shit.
Yeah, man. Did you know? Did you hear the speculation that it's being speculated that Nick Khan would actually be the one to take over WWE?
Yeah. I did see that
after Vince. Yeah, it's who was it that was speaking on this? It's probably Dave again. I'm just going to assume everything that I hear comes from Dave's mouth.
I was gonna say I know. I'm almost positive that was Dave.
Yeah. Says by Patrick Massell. If it wasn't obvious from Khan's initial arrival, it's been pretty clear that Khan's mindset to the business is very different than Triple H. While Triple H's time in charge of NXT saw him recruit some of the top independent wrestlers in the world and brought them into the WWE umbrella, Khan is gutting WWE's roster and releasing a ton of contracted wrestlers in his place. It appears WWE is focusing on college athletes with new college recruitment program called NIL. It makes sense too if you think about it. Triple H got his own promotion, and unfortunately didn't rise to the occasion when there was competition on Wednesdays. It's weird. He created a he created a promotion in NXT Black and Gold for like the hardcore fan base. But we saw it didn't grow. Like the moment AEW came out with pretty much the same product, it didn't grow.
But my thing is, I don't think it was pretty much the same product. I think it was exactly what you said. It was cut out. It was cut out for a corner of the WWE universe.
All right. I guess I'm not logged into the right Zoom account. So if you can hear me, my Zoom account just crashed on me and RN, and I have to start up a new meeting. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, let me figure out. Here we go. Let's try to get RN back in here and figure out what's going on. I can't believe that just happened. I think it tried to tell me too. How the heck am I in the wrong Zoom account? Oh my gosh. We knew it. We said, we said we have a good, if we have a good intro, it was all going to go bad. Like, I am so white. Gosh.
I told you, fucking intro.
Yeah, I was just saying it, man.
Listen, can anybody out there that's watching help us? Help me. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this computer. With it's only Zoom. I work on this. I do the mute our ends on this. Everything. The only thing I have an issue on is when we do a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, man. Here I'm like extremely bright and white. There we go. Let me fix that. Look like I actually have that I'm not like an absolute like human reflection there. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened, man. I guess I'm logged into the wrong Zoom account and the shit crashed.
Oh, so that one was your fault.
Yeah, that was me. You know, the thing is Zoom used to you used to be able to have you could have unlimited time on a 2-person call. It was only the 3-person call. I guess they updated that shit.
Yeah, I saw the timer going off, and I'm like, oh, that ain't no big deal. We do this all the time.
Yeah. Bama's over here trolling us. He says it never crashes when you're on a show with me. It's only on the shows with Kyle does your stuff freeze up.
He's kind of right.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I gotta figure it out because I literally almost snapped this computer in half.
Oh man! Look, you know the title of tonight's stream is "Send Hook," and we haven't even talked about Hook's debut yet.
Well, I didn't watch it, so
yeah,
go ahead and run with it.
No, same here. I haven't watched it yet. My cousin came over on Friday, because I finally. So what I'm doing, for you guys that even care, I'm trying to get back in shape. So I'm going back to the gym throughout the week, and Saturday morning was the first day I didn't have to go back to the gym. So I had my cousin come over Friday, and we got drunk as hell and played some VR video games and stuff. So I haven't had a chance to watch it. I recorded it, but I did see a lot of praise. Said I saw a lot of people saying that he was really smooth in the ring.
Yeah.
Notorious AEW critic Bob, who does the Back to the Ring podcast, I believe.
Yeah.
He went on to say it was a picture perfect debut.
Yeah. That's what I took it serious because me and Bob are pretty much on the same level as far as not necessarily shitting on AEW, but like pointing out things that fans and stands like yourself choose to ignore.
Yeah.
But no, like I the only people I saw like really shitting on it, they weren't really shitting on his wrestling or his debut. They were just shitting on the fact that Khan came out and said that he was signing him to a contract and all types of other crazy shit. Like I haven't really seen anybody like shit on the match.
Yeah, no, and I mean he's got a good look. He's super young. I see.
I didn't realize how ripped he was because he's always gone on a big baggy ass hoodie or some shit.
Yeah, I mean he's probably been working out almost daily for the last year.
And also too, it doesn't surprise me. He's Taz's fucking son.
Yeah,
he's under his tutelage. He's under his wing. He's around wrestling. Probably been around. People always forget. Taz trained a bunch of people and a bunch of wrestlers too during his ECW days, as well as working the promotion. So like, it doesn't surprise me that the kid's smooth in the ring and he had a stellar fucking debut. Like, how could you not when your dad's Taz?
You know, Taz was proud as hell.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's this awesome picture. I'm gonna see if I can find it really quick. Someone caught a picture of Taz from behind him.
Yeah.
And as Hook was debuting. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Here, I'm gonna do this. I'll send it to you in case you haven't seen it. And then I'm gonna put it on the stream. I love this picture, man. That is, dude. As you know, you and I are both parents. I love images of people being proud and stuff.
Stand up. I'm into that. I'm pretty.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's a proud dad right there, watching his son come out. And then Hook. I did read that Hook did go on to win the match. He beat Fuego del Sol with the Taz mission. His dad's move. That's awesome, man.
And you know what? And I always see shit like that where people are like they don't want to step in their dad's shadows. But like some things like that, like especially if you're a legacy wrestler, like sometimes you have to lean into some of that shit. Like, yeah, you don't want to be completely like a carbon copy of your dad or whoever it was you're coming behind. But like there's nothing wrong with having a few things to pay homage to the person that got you there, that inspired you to go there to begin with.
Yeah, and I mean, well, also it helps you connect to the audience.
Exactly.
There's a long history with Taz, you know, obviously having like a move or two, you know, it helps build that connection. And then you go on beyond it. Because I mean, look, that's Dominic Mysterio.
Same.
Does the 619, you know, give you that little connection to Ray. But otherwise, buttery smooth in the ring, you know.
It's a cheat code. And two, that's what I'm saying. Like my thing is that's the whole point of being a legacy wrestler. It gives you a one up on everybody. So use it, lean into it. Like,
yeah.
Like you said, you got an automatic bridge to the fans. Now, what you do once you get to them, that's fucking on you. But you at least have an easier road to bring them in and to hook them in, no pun intended, onto who you are and what you're about. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I wonder if Randy Orton ever did stuff about his dad. Like if he ever mimicked any of his dad, Bob Orton's match. I don't know. That's not a
he did do the power driver for a while, I thought.
Maybe. So I love it too because so whenever you get somebody with a lot of attention, you automatically get detractors.
Right.
And so the moment, you know, Hook comes out, because let's be honest, a lot of his praise just comes from like just the internet having some fun. You know,
right.
There has been some buzz around him, but I don't think anyone's seriously been like, you know, Hook's genuinely the future, the next giant star. Is people have just had a lot of fun. There's Taz's little boy out there, you know, and just having some fun with the hype. And of course, he debuts, does great. Apparently, like I said, I can't wait to go watch the match after we're done with the stream tonight. And then is instantly met with all the backlash of I just saw so many people like I don't get it. I can't believe you guys really think he's the future. A lot of people saying ugly things. It's weird how we have a culture like that. That it's you see other people excited for something.
And you got to shit on it.
And it just draws that natural negativity.
We've had this conversation about negative fans. Like, first of all, one thing is, like you said, I don't think anyone said he's the future of professional wrestling. I haven't seen it. The kid just had his debut fucking match. Like it doesn't have to be this serious. Like I haven't seen anybody shitting on the Gun Club like this when they made their debut, and their dad's fucking with him, still strutting his shit and stuff, being Mr. Ass. It's like. I don't know. I got a deep love for Taz. I mean, go back and check my hashtag MuteRN top 10 wrestlers. Taz is on that. Like, so I met him before. Like, I just love Taz. Like, I love everything about him. And the worst part is he may be a better announcer than he was fucking wrestler. And that's hard to even say or believe.
No, that's very true.
Maybe not now. Like now he's, well, no, that's not true. It's just him as a performer. He sucks on the mic, but as an actual announcer, like, he's dope. Like, and always has been.
I'm sorry, I see this clip. They said that Hook was first mentioned on television in May 2010. What?
Where and by who?
Hold on, I think it's Taz. Oh, okay, so Taz is commentating like a TNA knockout match.
That's all I say is a TNA?
Yeah, and he said a happy early birthday to his son back in 2010. Okay. All right, sorry. I'm just trying to look at
I would assume his name's Hook because they're from Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's weird. I'm happy to see the face. I mean, one of the cool things about AEW, like I said, that you and I really, I think, genuinely enjoy is just how many young people that they have on there.
Yes.
Because it's exciting to speculate where they're going to go, like how, you know, what they're going to turn out like.
Well, another thing too, like with the negativity and shit, like you fuckers don't say shit when QT Marshall and old ass fucking Dustin and Brandon Cutler spraying that cool shit. That shit's fine. That's okay. But Taz's son debuting is a fucking problem. I told AEW fans are fucking weirdos, and AEW detractors for no reason are weirdos. Like, just fucking stop.
I know, man. I know. It is so weird. Nico Extra. Did you see? So Nico Extra apparently is like this NXT like super fan. Apparently goes to like every NXT live event. He's got a really big following. Well, a genuinely large following on Twitter. Yeah. He's got 25,000 followers.
Oh, that's a nice. I'll take 25K.
That's what I'm saying, right? He hopped on, and I'm not gonna lie, I gave it to him a little bit, but more or less just joking around. He hops on. He's like, "I'm sorry, I can't play along. Like, Hook is the future of pro wrestling."
I've seen that.
Yeah. Dude, like half of the comments are talking about how Hook wouldn't let people cut in line. And did you get this reference?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if the tweet's been taken down at this point, and it'd take me too long to find it. But it was at an NXT show, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, right? He goes in, he got, I guess, I don't know the way to articulate this, but he got, I guess, super offended because he claimed that he went on, like, he got on his high horse, essentially. He put out a tweet that seemed very pretentious. He said, "I've been going to NXT like every show for like 2-3 years, whatever, right?"
Right.
And he's like, kind of makes himself out to be special. And he says,
right.
But the staff just watched like a bunch of people cut in front of him, and they didn't do anything about it. And he said that's going to lead him to stop supporting WWE. And it just rubbed so many people the wrong way because instantly they were like, "Oh, so, that's going to turn you off from WWE, not like, mass firing of talent, poor booking, like all the other stuff that genuinely deserves criticism. It's you got someone cut you in line and nobody like defended you about it." And so he's been getting flamed, I think, ever since then for that silly tweet about people cutting him in line, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those people that cut people in line. When we're at shows and shit, and you're not paying attention and you're dicking around in line. Like, I literally will just straight fucking, instead of Homer Simpson ducking off into the bush, I just Homer Simpson right between them to the front of the line. I do it all the time. I don't even give a...
No, RN's turning heel. You can't cut in line.
Bro.
We're about to lose RN. He's crashing again. That's what you get, RN, cutting in line. That's what you get. You get crashed. You get dropped from the Zoom call. Cutting in line.
I'm going to literally fucking I'm going to lose my mind.
That's what you get for cutting in line, man. That's what you get.
Listen, I paid the same amount of money as those fuckers, and I got there the same time sometimes. And if you're just dicking around not paying attention, the lines will. If you leave a 2-person gap in between the line and you're not paying attention, I'm sliding it.
Oh man, you can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't be cutting in line, RN.
Yeah, I'm with it. And the worst part is my buddy, he's like you. Like, you guys are almost exactly the same type of personality. Like, he turns so fucking red when I do stuff like that. But then, like, now we've done it for so long. Now he's just like, all right, I'm with him.
Yeah, right.
Walk right in.
No, I've done stuff like that. Like, I used to when I was younger. I used to shoplift, but not like, I don't know. I did it in a weird way. Like, I would let you catch me. And if you caught me, then I would just play it off like I'm stupid. So for example, right, it'd always be some dumb little shit. Let's just say like a fucking can of soda. Like I would get to checkout and I'd be buying everything, but I would be holding the can of soda.
Yeah.
In this case. And if they were like, "Oh, do I need to scan that?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, oops, here you go." But if they didn't say anything, I'd just like walk with it,
Oh, man, I've done that numerous times too as a kid. I fucking just
play stupid. I act like I forgot, I think I tried it with like a jacket once. I like threw a jacket on my shoulder Yeah, and just saw if they would catch me. And yeah, they did.
What it boils down to is like my brother, he's taught me this because he's a fucking buffoon. That's what I was telling you about with the skating party.
Yeah.
He said if you look like you're supposed to be there, no one questions you. So like we would go, like when we would go out to like bars and stuff and just like anything, he'd just be on his phone or just be talking and just walk right up like he's supposed to be there and walk through and like literally 90% of the time it fucking worked. He never paid to get in anywhere we went. Because like I said, if you just look like you're supposed to cut the line, you're supposed to go right back in, no one would ever say anything to him. Like all of us would be like, he's gonna get caught, definitely gonna get caught. Walk right in. Every time. I'm like, you fucking idiot. How does that even work?
My brother and I, we did something like that. We took over an FYE tent at a music festival once. So we were at this music festival called Carolina Rebellion, and it was a music festival that hosted metal music for like 3-day weekend, right? Well, in the middle of the day, on one of the days, we were dog ass tired, and there's no seating or nothing. It's a festival. Right. It's just nothing but fields.
I've been to X Fest. They have it here in X Fest. They used to.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple with some buddies of mine.
Well, we noticed that there was this empty FYE table now in this tent, and now there's nothing in it. Just a table, 2 chairs, and like 2 fans. And that was it. So I'm assuming it was being used at night or something as a place where you could go get autographs or something, but it was just vacant. So my brother and I said, screw it. We'll go sit in that tent. And we were sitting there drinking beer. There's a picture of it on our Twitter. I'll put it up again at some point. Yeah, there's a picture of us just chilling, drinking in this FYE tent. And then people would still come to us, like a lot of drunks. And I remember one guy specifically, I feel kind of bad, but he came to me and he was like, he's drunk as piss. And he's talking about he needs to find his son, right? And not like little boy, like my 10-year-old ran off. Like just, I think he, is a grown son. And I think he even referred to him as like a POS or something. But I remember without skipping a beat, I was like, oh yeah, you see that tent way over there? It's got that giant inflated like Budweiser can. I was like, there's a tent under that where you can report missing people and they'll take care of it. And I'm just like bullshitting these directions just to get homeboy away from us so me and my brother can enjoy this beer and some shade and fans.
I'm surprised somebody didn't come in asking for like autographs and shit. They saw you guys just sitting there.
No. Oh man. Yeah. No, I know what you mean though. Yeah, just be confident.
Yeah.
You ever sneak into movie theaters?
All the time.
All the time?
Not now, like
right,
I'm an adult.
Right.
But when we were kids, yeah, because like now, like it would be so easy. It was like the same thing. Like, and it'd be so many people and kids going on. Like what me and my brother would do, we would just follow behind another family and make it look like we're with them. And literally no one ever questioned it.
I didn't do it so much. I had somebody like help me do it. I was dating this girl. And this chick was, I guess, like a bad chick. I didn't know. I mean, we had just met. It was like one of those situations. We were young. Like, we met. We hit it off, like, and we were, like, dating within, like, 2 or 3 days of meeting each other, Well, me, her, and probably, like, I think there was, like, we were rolling about, like, 8 or 9 deep going to the movies, and all my friends are broke. And they're like, how do we get in, this and that? Everyone's broke. How are we going to split up these tickets? This chick, just says, look, just let me buy the ticket and I'll let y'all in the back door. We're like, what? You can do that? And she says, yeah, I do it all the time. So she's like, just meet me over here, the side entrance. And sure enough, she buys 1 ticket. And then like 2 minutes later, this door pops open and we all roll in like 8 or 9 deep. And then we just slip into like the first theater and that we saw. And we ended up watching like 2 movies that day. And we felt like fucking kings, man. We're like, Jesus, this chick is awesome, man.
I used to do that in my hometown where I'm from, but then once I came to Wilmington, like tickets are literally $5
Yeah.
So it's like we'd get $20 from our dad or whatever to go see the movies, and we'd see like 3 movies while we were there and have enough for popcorn. It's just like it was like didn't have to be a criminal about it once I started coming here where my dad lived.
I love how we started this off talking about you cutting in line, and we're just like, you know what? Let's talk about all the bad shit we used to do, like when we were young.
I'm into it.
Yeah, man, I'm into it too. Maybe next time I'll tell you all about how the time I stole a car and drove it across Maine. It's a true story, man. It's a true story too.
I'm into it. I got a stolen car story too as well.
Hell yeah. Let's go off the last two topics here really quick. Quick update. If you notice that we for the first couple episodes we did a pinned tweet, and I would shout you guys out. The pinned tweet that we had for the last show was the 4 pillars of WWE, where we talked about the 4 pillars in AEW, which is Sammy Guevara, MJF, Jungle Boy, and help me out. Who's the last one?
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Yeah. It was on the t-shirt though.
It was Britt Baker. I thought it was for sure.
They put her on because of the CM Punk joke.
Oh, she was. Well, then who the fuck? Oh, Darby.
Darby Allin. There you go. Darby was the 4th pillar. Well, anyways, since we forgot to feature it on the last show, I've actually shot a YouTube video. I'm just doing the last touches. I'm just gonna make a graphic with everyone's Twitter handles on it, and then create like a little 3-second intro.
Hell yeah.
For the video and stuff that we can use for future videos. So if you're watching this on Twitch, it'll be up on Monday, probably like Monday afternoon. It'll be up. So, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably already up. And you gotta check it out. It's actually pretty good. I'm kind of happy, man. I'm kind of happy. I played around with the editing and stuff, and it's about 15 minutes long. Because what I do is I run down all the people that were suggested, and I just kind of made it like unofficial voting. So I just ran down the people from that got single votes, and then the 4 people that were brought up the most, those were the kind of the official 4 pillars.
You should have said that, posted out, push that out. That's extra content, bro.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that video, man. It was fun. It's one of my first solo projects I've done in a while, so go ahead and check it out. And subscribe, all that fun stuff. Right. Lastly, RN, you and I speculated on War Games. Is it over for Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano? Well, we watched NXT right after that episode, and yeah, man, it looks like they're out, man.
Yeah, and I mean, we not so much Johnny Gargano, but I mean, we all knew Kyle O'Reilly was gone, but
yeah.
And honestly, I'm still on the fence about if Gargano's gone or not. Well,
the report is that his contract is done. It's lapsed. Mm-hmm. He has not re-signed. He is officially a free agent. He's back on Pro Wrestling Tees. But you're right, that doesn't rule out him potentially just re-signing around the Royal Rumble.
Right.
And
or maybe a couple months after his daughter's been born, because she's not due till February, right? Was
exactly.
it January, February?
February. February. Yeah.
I'd say more. I'm looking more towards probably SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't think he's done.
Bama says he reactivated his Twitch channel too. Yeah. I don't know, man. Without trying to sound like a WWE hater, it's just hard to picture him on main, like what they would do with him.
No, listen. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm an NXT guy. No, we've talked about this numerous times. Where no, I don't want him being the heart and fucking soul of a whole generation of wrestling fans and a whole ass promotion. I don't want him chasing the fucking 24/7 title.
Yeah. And
that might be my last straw with WWE if that happens to Johnny Gargano.
You know what's weird is, how 2.0 went to the more slapstick traditional WWE style of storytelling. Mm-hmm. We kind of saw signs of that ahead of time with his faction, The Way, because that was all pretty silly, wasn't it?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, Indy Hartwell, Dexter Loomis, and then and all the family skits. I missed that NXT. I didn't watch any of that stuff.
That was some of his best work, honestly.
For real?
Yeah, because you got to see all forms of what he can do, and how good he was out, not just in the ring, not just being Johnny Wrestling. That's my thing, is that I know he's small and he doesn't match it, but they don't have many wrestlers that can do it, that can be great inside the ring and out. Pretty much everybody they have is one or the other. They're either great in the ring or great on the mic. And you know what I'm saying? They don't have anybody that's great on both. Gargano's one of them.
Yeah, man. So, no, he really is. There's a lot of dream matches out there for him too. Right. It really is.
Shit, him versus Jonathan Gresham is on there for me. That might be my next thing, my next top 10. people, or maybe top 5 people I want to see Jonathan Gresham.
There you go. First person that comes to mind, and it's a broken record, but it's Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson's just a walking dream match for anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
well, this might be a hot topic or a hot take, but he's the Shawn Michaels of our time.
Really is, man.
To me, he is like never had a bad match, can do anything you ask him to do, hottest free agent. Everyone loves him. Like,
no,
yeah, I mean, to me, he is.
Yeah, and I mean, he's in like he's a top tier talent in all areas. Wrestling, promo ability.
Fucking wasn't he booking some of SmackDown too for a few weeks too? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Before he wasn't he part of the writing team or something like that?
Dude, he took Eric Rowan and made him made him relevant and actually made him like work on TV. Like,
right.
Yeah, Eric Rowan was the least popular member of the Wyatt family, and was kind of just like a dud. Like, you know, it was more or less just like filler, kind of like what what's the Lurch, who what's the big generic wrestler in NXT right now? What's his name again?
I always forget his name. Honestly, with the tattoos and shit.
No. The Kyle O'Reilly's guy.
White Khali. What's his name?
White Khali.
Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. He's kind of like Von Wagner. He just kind of just stand around, you know?
Right.
Just stand around. He's just like decor. But yeah, Daniel Bryan took Eric Rowan and made his story like captivating.
I wouldn't mind it. Honestly, now that you said that thing about shit, he should get him back in the AEW, have a heater.
I'm telling you. Yeah, when he was on that the Brody Lee tribute and he came out, man, that was really touching. Yeah, he really hasn't done much though. He hasn't done much that I've seen. Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, Bryan Danielson or Bryan Danielson, the dream match for anybody. You're right, HBK. I'm looking over here. I forgot I asked a couple of the group chats. What are some good topics? Really quick. Before we go, did you watch SmackDown?
No, I literally watched. I watched Raw, and I don't even think I really watched anything else. I'm being honest.
Okay, so Xia Li debuted, and apparently has like a super CG, over the top, entrance. Like I saw it like apparently they use a bunch of like CG and a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me take a look at this really quick. I'm going to react to it live on air. If you guys watch SmackDown, you'll know exactly what I'm seeing because I saw it was ridiculous. Apparently she's like a superhero, at least during the entrance. So yeah, here comes.
The vignettes she had, it looked like comic book panels on some of those vignettes.
Exactly. Okay, so here we go. Naomi's outmatched, outnumbered, about to get beat down by everybody. Out comes Xia Li. Everyone's shocked. She's got a bunch of like leaves falling. Looks like a member of Mortal Kombat. What's going on here? Oh, there's a whole she got the Undertaker's lightning powers. It was like lightning just like flailing off of her. She's got the fans, it looks like Katana from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And she's got like all these like lightning effects around her, which I'm not gonna lie, don't look the best.
One thing I like Xia Li too, like I always did, like especially her in-ring work, and then stuff like this makes me think they may actually get behind her, but then also too, she may get cut next week. So it's like it's hard for me to kind of like get excited for it. The only people I'm excited for, honestly, is Toni Storm. And y'all, that's my girl. So
yeah.
I want to go back and watch her match. Was it a squash match or was it? Did you watch it? No,
she came out and helped Naomi because Naomi was supposed to have her match with Sonya Deville.
No, I'm talking about the Toni Storm. Her match with Charlotte, was it?
Oh, so apparently it was a contenders match, championship contenders match. You know, right. You face the champion, and if you beat the champion, instead of getting the title, you get a title shot. But apparently, Toni Storm won via DQ because Charlotte ignored the ref telling the 5 count from the ref because she was like beating Toni Storm on the ground or in the corner or whatever. Yeah, dumb as hell.
Of course.
From what I heard, and I know Bama's gonna disagree, but from what I heard SmackDown was like a pretty crap show this week. But I don't know. I have to watch it for myself.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man. Is that it? I think that's it, man.
That was it.
That was it?
That was it. Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. Hey, you guys, thank you all for watching, listening. You know what it is now. Follow us on Twitter at SmackDrawPod, myself at the Kai Tai Show. RN, where you at again?
At Mr. 8984.
Yeah, and then while you're at it, man, put over your kennel.
Oh yeah, at Route 4 Kennel on IG. We actually got a new page on Facebook too, Route 4 Kennel. I'm working on a website too. I should have a website up after the first of the year. So definitely hit us up for any French Bulldogs, English Bulldogs. We're actually going to have a couple French Mastiffs here too. So we're going to have a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Check it out. Support him. If you guys are dog lovers, man, check out RN. He'll hook you up with some dogs. If you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. And share this, man. Go ahead. Tell people, that you like the episode.
Right.
We love it. What's his name? Hillbilly Heel on Twitter, man. He's all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. He's all the time showing us love, and we appreciate it, man. So y'all show us some love too, and we'll work. We'll greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, man. But like always, man. Until next time, y'all have a good one.
See y'all next week. We done?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, I'm so hot.